And finally, here's the final boss of the Cult of Tibia, the Source of Corruption. This boss requires a special access, which consists of doing all the Cult of Tibia bosses once, as well as the access to the Museum of Tibia Arts, which I have a playlist on how to do each section in the description below. Assuming you have all of that, head to Ferris, and at the west side of the island you will find the NPC Jarimor. Say hi, mission, and then each of the blue text to report each section one by one. Completing each one will give you a quest log updated as well as some experience. It's pretty common that despite killing the bosses, he won't recognize you completed said section because you most likely escaped talking to the NPC after the boss. This happens in Darasha, Aulal, and Thais. All you gotta do is say hi to these NPCs. Now, with the access, just go inside the building next to him and into the teleport. This takes you to the level room to the Source of Corruption, a boss fight of maximum of 10 people. Depending on the levels, this can be done with less people. A minimum of 5 players of more than 400 might do it, but ideally you want to have at least 7 to 8 people. When you enter the room, there will be 2 bosses, the Remorseless Corruptor and Sarcosis of Jalahar. Both of them will be invulnerable. Sarcorix is especially annoying as he can't die at all and will reflect any damage done to him back to the player multiplied by 3. So you want to have someone get the aggro of him and keep him away from the rest. Just tank the hits and ignore him the entire fight. He doesn't do much damage, so even a sorcerer can keep him occupied if needed. However, a paladin is recommended. Then the EK and someone else, either the secondary EK or a paladin, trap the boss by the corner and keep him there. Next up, you gotta send 2 pairs to each room upstairs. If you are low on numbers, one person could do this, but it will be slower. In these rooms, Dark Souls will be spawning. Their average damage is of 300 per hit, so it's not dangerous. As they die, they will turn into an item called Guild. Throw these downstairs and then someone should be taking these and passing them to the knight. You got to use this on him to be able to attack. After a bunch of them have been used, the boss will become the Corruptor of Souls, and then can be attacked. However, only the people downstairs should attack him, and the people upstairs gotta continue killing the Dark Souls and throwing the guilds. Each of these grants some seconds of being able to attack the boss, and are stackable, so you want to continue doing this until he's around half HP. By now, enough guilds should have been used to provide enough time to finish him with everyone doing damage. If he turns back to his other form, then just go back upstairs and get more guilds. When you finish him, the boss and Jalahar will disappear, and a new one, the Source of Corruption, will spawn. Surround him with players and fire elementals. He will also be summoning monsters that will only attack the person he's targeting, aka the AK. If you have people sit behind him and block the path from the summons, they won't attack and just walk around the room, so that is recommended but not as important. Just attack him normally and that will be it. The notable draws from him include the Jalahari figurine, the Demon Wind Axe, Umbral and Crowd Umbral Slayers, and Silk Weaver Bow. Nothing too exciting to be honest, but after succeeding, report back to Jarimor to get a mystery box, which can give you one of the charms to get the enhanced blessing and a crown based on your character's vocation. This item used on a house will turn into a unique tree to each vocation. Lastly, you also get an achievement and that will be all. Thank you for watching. If the guide was helpful, consider sending Tibia coins to Goodly Donation to help me continue to create even more content. See you on the next one.